phone with us.
No, Andrew, we're gonna hang up on you.
Yeah.
Bye, Andrew.
Bye, Andrew.
See ya.
All
We're
right.
up on Facebook.
We're up. Good. That's great. All right. Well, that means y'all hear that on the stream. We're up on Facebook. That's a good thing. And you all see.
Andrew, I should have told him to make sure he tagged my.
Yeah,
Facebook.
he did. He
okay.
tagged you.
Okay.
You tag. We're on Facebook. I'm sitting here next to the man. He is the great and wonderful Ruben Studdard. What's up, brother?
How you doing, brother?
Good to see you, man. You
Good to
looking
see you
well.
too. Thank you, brother.
He asked me what kind of show I do, y'all. I told him I usually talk about politics, but we like to depart from that from time to time.
So we can talk.
But he
about
said,
all-
let's do it.
I'm not afraid to talk about anything, brother.
You know?
Absolutely not.
Well, the one thing we do want to let people know that's most important, you got a new album coming out this week.
I do, and it's called Ruben Sings Luther.
Ruben Sings Luther.
And it's it's a great album.
And
I'm not saying that just because I sang on it. I'm saying that because it really is a great album.
I have no doubt.
And we're doing like
You
a
don't need me-
25 city tour starting April 8th called the Ruben Sings Luther Tour, Always and Forever. So y'all come on out.
Okay.
Check us
Okay.
out. Go on my website, rubenstuddard.com, Instagram, Ruben Studdard, Twitter, Ruben Studdard, Facebook, Ruben Studdard, and everything you want to know about where I'm going to be is going to be on them pages.
You've always wanted, I was reading, you've always wanted to do a Luther piece, haven't you?
I won't say always,
Okay.
but after I turned 30, yes, I did.
How old are you now?
I'm 39.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. You look good, bro.
in my 20s, I was kind of like reluctant.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because especially in my when I first won American Idol, because I didn't really understand why people were always comparing us to one another, and it just took me maturing to understand that they weren't trying to say that I was Luther Vandross.
Right.
People were just saying that, listen, the spirit in which
Right. Same spirit.
the spirit in which he approached songs and interpreted songs, we see that in you.
Yeah.
And but it takes growing up to understand certain things aren't like as literal as you're thinking they are.
So you get the spirit
Absolutely.
that people saw.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so, do you not only get it? Do you feel it? Does
Absolutely.
it kind of? So what is it? Describe it. What is that?
Especially now because I can see the crowd reaction when I do certain songs, whether it be a Luther song or a song Al Green did, or you know what I mean, or a Donny Hathaway. Like you could absolutely feel the energy in the crowd shift. You know what I mean, and people are either excited, happy, or like relaxed. It's either one of those moods that happens when I say, "I want to tell you, baby, the changes I've been going through, missing you." You can see the whole room change. You know what I mean? So it's just, I'm okay with it now. I'm okay with like being able to do that. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's also it's a spirit of love and devotion too. That I think people get from Luther. He just always did something to us.
Absolutely.
And you got that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You mentioned Donny Hathaway. You kind of raised listening to Donny, weren't you?
I was.
Uh-huh.
My dad bought me a Donny Hathaway album. I think I might have been 9.
Uh-huh.
And it just, in a way that, because my mom was a big Luther Vandross fan. Like, that was
Okay.
her guy.
Okay.
But my dad gave me that and was like, I want you to listen to this. Like, you want to sing,
Yeah.
pay attention to this guy. And and it like grabbed, it sold me.
Yeah, he had a lot of soul.
Absolutely.
Is that why you would have had? Is
You
that
know
kind of
what?
an ode to Donny?
I think so, honestly, because on my first album, I had this hat like this cocked to the side, and then it was his album cover was kind of like this. So I like an Applejack. All the old men in my church wore these hats.
Well, that's right. That's
what
right.
I mean?
My dad used to wear one of those
and
too.
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, and now Ruben Sings Luther. It'll be released this week, folks. It's going to be incredible. I mean, we all miss Luther. We know the influence he had on us. You were talking about the crowd reaction. 85, 86, he came to the Capitol Center. I was a student at Georgetown.
Okay.
And I took a little date out there with me. And we had really good seats down on the floor, Ruben.
Okay.
So he comes out. a sister about 5 rows in front of us.
Okay.
All by herself. I mean, everybody stood up and cheered. Everybody sat down. She stood up the whole show.
Okay.
And just had her head down, her fingernail, just like that. Like he was number one. Just the whole time. That's how she was. So after about an hour, Luther acknowledged her. He said, is your arm hurting? She was like, no, she just stood like this solemnly for the whole thing and never sat down.
Right.
For the whole, and then when it was over, she walked on out. But she was like this the whole show. I mean, that Luther was the man.
Yeah.
You have a favorite one, though? Was there one that kind of...
A favorite Luther song?
Yeah.
I'm always going to pick, like, probably Don't You Know That is one of my favorite songs. That's why I put it on the album.
Yeah. Yeah, what do you have on the album, by the way? You got Don't You Know That.
Don't You Know That, Here and Now, Love Won't Let Me Wait, Never Too Much, House Is Not a Home.
Ow, that's mine.
Always and Forever. So Amazing.
Uh-huh.
And Power of Love.
Oh yeah. Luther was one of my mom's favorites too. Wow. House Is Not a Home was mine.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you don't have on there, now, you remember my other favorite was? And this was my high school jam. Bad Boy Having a Party. Because that was
no, Bad Boy is on the record.
Oh, it is.
It is.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. Bad Boy Having a Party. All right.
And Till My Baby Comes Home.
Okay, good. Yeah, I like the way he did that. Yeah. And you know, we were kids. We heard him do Having a Party. And we were too young and dumb to know the Sam Cooke. And Sam Cooke and Lou Rawls. Yeah. It was a dude. Yeah. And then my dad said, well, you think you know something? Listen to this. And I was like, whoa, but that was the jam. Yeah. And it was really our anthem, not knowing how old the song was, because we go out all night and have a party.
Right.
And we would listen to that on the way to the party.
Yeah.
This is great, man.
I mean, and I really fell in love with the song because of House Party, the movie. Like,
that's right.
That was like right. One of the big songs of the movie. Like when I was a kid when that came out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You said you don't mind talking about politics. What's on your mind politically these days? What do you think about it? Obviously, the crazy president, right?
Yeah, man. You know. I just want him to lead, bruh, and not be so concerned about the personal things that people have to say about him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, you know, as a Christian, I am compelled to pray for the people that are supposed to be leading.
Yes, sir.
Us.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want him to, like, put his phone up and be an adult.
Yeah.
Like every time, if I say,
mm-hmm.
If I told you, brother, your feet stink, but you're the president, though.
Right.
Why do you have time enough in your day
to respond
to me saying that to you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, as somebody that is the leader of the free world, like, why do you feel it necessary to respond to, even if it is somebody on a nationally syndicated television show?
Yeah.
Every time somebody says something to you, you don't have to respond to it. Like, you have to be above the fray.
Well, and you are in a position and speak from a place where you know that. I mean, mm-hmm. being a celebrity, folk mess with you, especially on social media is buck wild. Anyway, so if you respond, what if you respond to everything somebody ever said to you?
I'm going to give you an example, brother.
Okay, come on.
Just 2 weeks ago, I was doing auditions for background singers.
Okay.
For my background singers.
Yeah.
And we had an open call, and I went on Instagram Live. Now, I'm a jokester. Me and my brother, we crack on each other. Me and my friends, this is the thing that we do. Like, we love shooting the dozens, as they say back in the day. That's what we like to do with one another.
Right.
So I get on Instagram Live, and it's a person on there, like, making jokes. So now it gives me the opportunity to be like, oh, let's go. Like, you want to crack jokes? Let's crack jokes.
Okay.
So I allowed them to take away from this personal experience that my fans were having with me. You understand what I'm saying? Because I went on there to tell my fans, hey, listen, I want you guys to encourage all these people that are coming to audition. I know how difficult it possibly is to stand in front of me and sing. If you know somebody that's on here, you know, tell them good luck, whoop-de-woo.
Right.
And then I was, you know, talking to them about the experience. Everybody from Birmingham, we're looking for somebody from my hometown. But if you don't come from my hometown, we'll take you anyway.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so now after that whole experience was over and I engaged this one person, I got so many emails from my fans like, listen, you don't have to do that with somebody else. We came on there to listen to you tell us about what's going on with your day professionally.
Yeah.
And and it gave me more reason to say, like, you don't have to respond to people, even though I was actually playing, but I took away from the fans' experience. And I think that he, in responding to everybody that has something to say to him, he diminishes the importance of the position, not who he is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody that gets in the position is a man first. But the position makes you have to elevate your behavior.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we're all fallible. Yeah. Everybody. Like, there's nobody that isn't without like spot or blemish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that position makes you have to say, okay, there are certain things I can't do no more. You know what I mean?
Well, but
when I was a child, I spake as a child. But when I became a man, what did you do?
I became a man.
I put away what? Childish things.
All right, we preaching, y'all. Now look, I will say this though. It's not just him responding. I mean, Ruben, sometimes he's the troll himself. He initiates it.
Absolutely.
He's the immature one. I know we gotta get ready to go. But one resolution and this is good advice. You from Birmingham. I was just in Selma for the Jubilee a couple of weeks ago.
Really?
Oh yeah, I go every year.
And this is the first year I haven't been in like 7 years.
Yeah. No, we gotta get you back, man.
Yeah.
We gotta get you come back next year. Somebody who played ball before he went to the major leagues in your hometown was Willie Mays.
Mm-hmm.
Birmingham
Black
Barons.
Yes.
He used to he never answered fan mail. People get mad at him. And you know what Willie used to say? He said, guys don't answer letters. That was his thing, you know?
Yeah.
American Idol winner. Got introduced to American Idol in Nashville, right?
I did.
That's where I grew up. I grew up in Nashville.
Okay.
So we got that in common. So Ruben Sings Luther. Go to RubenStuddard.com.
That's right.
It's too many cities for me to name right now, but he's going to be on a big tour. You all want to go check it out. Brothers, take the sisters. If you just take it from me, if you want to get in good and you in the doghouse or whatever, reincarnation of Luther Vandross. You know, we're Christians, and you know there is eternal life, and sometimes that manifests itself in many different ways. And so Luther is manifested in what you're doing and keeping that voice and that music alive. You know what I'm saying? So you're doing the Lord's work. So he's done Ruben Sings Luther. So then a few years, do I have permission to do Mark Sings Ruben Sings Luther? Can I do that?
Mark Sings Ruben
Sings Luther. So I'm gonna do copy all both of you.
I'll still be here. Just call me up.
I get your permission.
Just give me a shot.
I'm just messing with you. I like to pretend like I can sing. So, folks, RubenStuddard.com. Go check him out. Love you, brother. It's good to see you too, man. Brother. And you look great, man.
Thank you, brother.
Now, are you going to be on stage here? Are you performing here in the city?
In Westbury.
That's right. I did say it. So we can go check you out there.
Yep.
RubenStuddard.com, folks. Ruben Sings Luther. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
All right. Take care.